Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faith Black Lights, we take a look at this. And what this is from Profanity Jam, it is the Habanero pineapple. I've said it wrong. The pineapple Habanero jelly. And they're saying it's really effing hot. Sure you are. Sure. I don't like this color scheme. I'm not a fan of this. If you're using a light color, you need to use darker text. Like, why would you do this? There are some suggestions here, though. Let's take a look. Okay, I don't care about any of that. What do we got here? Oh, actually, what does that say? A touch of heat. So maybe not really effing hot if it's only a touch. Charcuterie, roast chicken, or pork loin. I will be trying a pork loin, not in this video, but at some future point. Cream cheese. You know what? I think this is almost the same as was on their habanero berry jelly, which I also did. You can take a look for that in the playlist. I don't know that there's going to be a jelly playlist, but check. I mean, if there is, you can find one. But if not, I would say it would just probably be in the spicy sweet, where at the moment of filming anyway, that's where the other one is. Ingredient wise, sugar, pineapple, ají peppers, vinegar, pectin, and habanero. So one thing I've noticed with the other one is that I like the other one a lot. The habanero berry one, 4 different berries in there. Went through a lot of different cheeses trying to match it on up. The other one was very runny. This one is, you can see it's more jelly-ish. More what we would normally expect from a jelly. So there you can see it's got bits of either ajís or habaneros. Some seeds. Got a sort of very lightish sort of orange coloration here. This one is definitely much more of a jelly than the other one was. This looks interesting. I don't think I've ever had a pineapple jelly before. Certainly had a lot of pineapple habanero hot sauces, but I don't think ever a jelly, so I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Let's find out. Very pineapple-y. You could do a really nice glaze with this on some ham. That would be very nice. Boy, I'm. The problem with getting a ham for me is that I have to eat it by myself, and I don't love ham that much. If I could find a way to do it in a smaller amount, I probably would attempt that myself. But yeah, this is quite good. Very super pineapple forward. I've never had a pineapple jelly before. It's really quite good. The other one I liked a lot as well. Alright, so as we have done with most of these, we're going to do a little cheese, a little crackers, a little bit of the old peanut butter. But that's not all we're doing, and you'll see the rest coming up shortly here. First things first, though, and I try to keep it consistent here so that I try to have a format, right? So we're gonna have a cracker. We're gonna have a cracker, with peanut butter and it's all busted. All right, so we're gonna have with just that, then with 2 with cheese, and then 1 with peanut butter jelly, and then 1 with peanut butter and chili on top. Okay, so 6 crackers. That's all we're gonna do, and then we're gonna get into maybe the funner part. As I film this, it's getting towards fall, and what that means for me is that I can bring myself to use the oven. I can start experimenting a little bit more with food stuff. In the summer, like it's really hard to do a lot of that when you just really don't have much of an appetite. It's why I let my tolerance taper down as well. Because I just really don't have an appetite for stuff, and with tolerance and chilies and stuff, you have to kind of constantly be eating stuff with it. I guess you could have it by itself, but I mean, what's the point of that? Just to keep your tolerance up? That's stupid. I don't want to do that. So I have had quite a lot of sauce in the year 2025. Like I mentioned in my blog, one of the quarterly updates for 2025, I was playing around with numbers, just kind of curious to see how close I'd gotten to a 5-gallon bucket in terms of fluid ounces. I most likely will be hitting it in 2025. I don't know about that. But so hitting that number equates to well over 100 bottles of sauce of the 5-ounce variety. But I've had a lot of them that have been 8-ounce, a lot that are 10-ounce as well. So, and I had a lot of duplicates this year, way more duplicates than I normally do. Well, I shouldn't say that I normally do, just that I normally have in the past few years. Double layer cheese again. This cheese really makes things easy. It's definitely a delight. That's why it was so odd for me that the habanero berry jelly wasn't that good with the Dubliner. A little surprise to me. A little surprise. Okay. I gotta think this through. But I've also, had a lot of stuff I don't normally have, like spicy barbecue sauces and these jams and jellies. By the time you see this, we'll most likely be built well past 1,000 FOH videos. Which is pretty wild to me. I was not thinking there was that much stuff out there to cover. Very clearly I was mistaken in that. I mean, over 1,000 videos later on nothing but the chili head world and so on. None of them are duplicates either. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about with peanut butter. Ew. I don't know about that. I don't think this works with peanut butter, actually. Let's try it again. I mean, tropical fruit, I honestly was kind of wondering how that was going to go with peanut butter. not one that I like. I don't find that enjoyable. But so most of what I have a lot of pineapple and habanero sauces with is with like chicken tendies. Here we got one cut up. Here we got a sub bun, and here we've got, this is some coleslaw I made with pucker butt, the peach habanero vinegar, and the Duke's habanero mayo. So this is one of my experiments I was playing around with, was to come up with a coleslaw, see how this is going to go. But what we're going to do here is we're going to throw down the base. I don't know if this is going to work like at all. I have no idea, but I am kind of excited to try it. So we're going to throw down the base of the jelly right here. Okay. Then we're going to put on this chicken. And I wanted it in pieces so I could kind of arrange it just so here on the bun, so I can make it all fit. Okay. All right. So we got the jelly, got the chicken. To kind of make this a deli sandwich, we're going to throw on the coleslaw. I have not tried this actually. Hopefully this coleslaw is not bad. I don't know about that Duke's mayo. All right, let me center this. So there's what we have. Put her all together here. I guess I could cut it in half and show you the cross section, but nah. Oh, that's good. I've got some shrimp. So I could also add this and make some shrimp po' boys. So I can't say I love this on these chicken tendies. Or sort of deli chicken tendy sandwich. It's a bit too sweet. Coleslaw is already sweet to begin with. Overload the sandwich, I guess. So you make a deli sandwich, right? You throw fucking hell, coleslaw on it. Make a mess on your table. All right. It is dawning on me that I should have taken some of the bread out of the top. This coleslaw is quite good. I don't love that Duke's mayo, but there's a video on that if you want to watch it. I think something... I just need something with more salt than this. It's very, very sweet. Okay. And I made it stupidly messy too. Anyway, I've been playing around with different recipes. So I might wind up if I get to a point where I like them and they're successful, maybe I'll do a video on chili head coleslaw. I'm not gonna make it with Duke's again, that's for sure. Or at least not that Duke's. Regular Duke's is fine. That Habanero one, I don't like where they're going with that. And it's kind of in this area too where it's not bad enough I feel like I need to throw it out. But I don't like it very much either. Especially plain. Definitely sticking with just the regular mayo is the way to go. It's just too sweet for this. If I had a saltier meat, like maybe ham or something, would be fun. Probably be better. But the idea of using it as a ham glaze, I do like quite a bit. Man, that's needless to say, I probably won't be using this on the shrimp po' boys. If anything, a Louisiana style would have been quite nice here. All right. So I have a little burning in my mouth, but it's definitely because of the coleslaw. It is not this. This is very, very tame. I don't know why they put really effing hot on it. It's really effing not. It is very, very, very pineapple forward, like I said, but it is a good tasting pineapple as well. It is definitely just very, very sweet though. It is almost difficult to use. It's just very, very sweet. And so that stood up pretty well. The cheddar stood up pretty well against this. the Dubliner stood up pretty well against it. The chicken and the bread, and I didn't try it just against the coleslaw, but coleslaw probably won't, because coleslaw has a bit of sweetness to it already. So there's not really a reason to attempt that, but definitely I could see where this would work with very salty hams. This is kind of, honestly, this is the jelly I was wondering about, because it's just kind of floating out there in the middle of nowhere. You know, what do you do with it? You know, where do you put it? What do you use it on? And outside of making a Dubliner and jelly sandwich, I guess you could do that. That was too much for what I just had for that sandwich. It was just too sweet. So chicken tendies, it's too much for, but I am going to grill some pork loin. We still got hopefully a couple weeks left of grilling before that's over. If I can find, and I have enough of this left, a small enough ham, I am going to try to use that as a glaze. I really think that would probably work the best, because when you buy one of those hams to bake, they tend to be just generally pretty salty. So I could see where that would provide a very nice foil to this. I usually just do salt, pepper, pork loins. So I'll try that out and see what that does. I expect that'll actually be pretty good as well. I'm not going to attempt this one on the grill, though, I don't think. I think I'll just put it on after the fact. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. But so kind of what I thought was confirmed, that it is kind of out there in nowhere land, in which you very judiciously have to find something to pair this with. Very, very much so. Heat-wise, like I say, it is exceedingly minimal, and I don't imagine anyone would get challenged too much from it. But it's like it's not like a fake sweet, like a Jolly Rancher pineapple. It is just like a very concentrated pineapple sweet like that. Flavor-wise, I do like it. It just is a thing that has got some stuff you just have to account for. So another pretty nice product from Profanity. I think they have a third one. I'm gonna try to get that at some point as well, and just kind of finish out their line. I believe the last one's a habanero jelly, so that one might have heat to it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not super interested in just the flavor of peppers in a jelly so much. I do think they pair very nicely with certain fruits, though. Like this one is fine. The berry one was fine. But just like a habanero or the other sort of the hotter peppers by themselves, I'm a little bit iffy on that. But I have liked both of their other jams pretty substantially, so I feel pretty good about that. I may enjoy the straight across habanero as well. Look forward to that at some point in a future video. I can't tell you when it'll be. It could be a while, but I've definitely done a lot of these that I need to get up and posted. So hopefully most of those will be by the time you see this. But if you're a big fan of very, very sweet pineapple, or you have some salty stuff that you would like to pair like a pineapple with, I think this is a good choice. But again, you just really got to be selective in what you stick it with. Even stuff like this didn't work very well to my mind. And heat-wise, like I said, is very nominal, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. It's more the sweetness that you have to contend with. And we'll just leave it right there. So that was the Profanity Jam Pineapple Habanero Jelly. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.